guy!
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first. Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter. The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born. I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed. Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items. My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices. You're telling me, not long after my father's shop went under and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh, but no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying "told you so." After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long. Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched the woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy. Yeah, shit indeed happens. I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore. Yep, I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit. When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire. All right. I'm retired, but life has been a bit dull without some kind of action. What's the job? Ah, I get you. So you think because of my past escort work, I'd be interested in that kind of thing. I got out of that work because it just made me feel empty inside. What makes you think I would ever go back to that degradation? I never put much thought into the well-being my clients got out of my services. I suppose they only get as much as I put into it. Tell Garrett I'd be happy to start at the Wrangler immediately. This should be a nice change of pace from retirement. Bye.
You've entered a restricted area. Unauthorized. Have a nice day. Submit to a credit check, or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot. Thank you, madam. You may proceed.
Howdy, partner. You come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. The place to get started is Lucky 38. See that big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner? That's where you find Mr. House, New Vegas's head honcho. And he's itching to make your acquaintance. Don't you dawdle, little doggy. Mr. House isn't someone you want to go about snubbing. He'll be waiting.
That's it. Keep moving.
I can barely see the street. Those last 5 shots were a bad idea.
Going to have words with your commanding officer after this.
Why do they call it a monorail? It's a train. A train.
Why? We leaving already?
Hey there, friend. A bit of advice. You look like you could use some protection. Lucky for you, I got what you need. My stock and trade? All kinds of easy-to-hide weapons for slipping into and out of casinos. They won't give you a second glance. Things guards can't spot when they're patting you down or checking for iron at your hip. You might. One fella I knew was able to slip a pistol past the guards. You? I'm guessing you could get a machine gun by them. Simple. You can't bring guns into the casino, that's why. They'll strip you to your fists. Sure, they say you get it all back when you leave. Me? I don't like being without a little insurance when it's my caps on the table. Take a look at these beauties.
Come on, come on.
I swear, the monorail is just ahead.
So fucked up I can't feel my legs.
Don't give us any trouble now.
We need to stop and pee soon.
I got pressure in me.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night, some girl was pounding on my door all night. Finally, I had to let her out. What? I had dinner at the Ultra Lux the other night. I told them my steak tastes funny. They said it was a clown. I mean, a person. I bought my wife a little car for New Vegas. An Omerta. It has a hood under the hood. Ay, ay, ay. My wife and I know the secret to a happy marriage. 2 times a week, we go to a nice restaurant. She goes Mondays, I go Fridays.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gomorrah. Check your weapons with me. You'll get these back on your way out.
Well, what do we have here, huh? Let me guess. You've heard about the mistress who makes all your fantasies come true. So you followed the call of your desires, all the way to the arms of Joanna. Moi. Now that you've found me, I wonder, do you have what it takes? Not too bright, huh? It takes caps, honey. Lots of them. All right, honey. What do you want to know? Yes. Oh, nothing special, hun. I'm the best lay in Gomorrah, and that's all you need to know. I like that you're here. Doesn't that make you happy? I'm not, but questions bore me, hun. I didn't think it showed. I guess that it's worse than I thought. Look, we can't talk here. If you think you can help me, follow me to my room, please. Follow me, hun. Okay. We can talk here. I don't know what's happening to me. I can't feel a goddamn thing anymore. Empty and poisoned like the wasteland. I'm afraid I won't make it out of here. Not without Carlitos. If the Medex doesn't kill me first, Caccino or another Omerta will. I look pathetic, huh? The great Joanna. And now, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. What do you want to know about those sons of bitches? They run the place as a center for all their dirty scams and extortions. Gambling, sex, drugs. They'll use whatever works to exploit your weaknesses. Hooker, customer, it doesn't matter. Everyone here's a pawn to the Omertas. Playing and dying by their rules. Nero's the pack leader, and Big Saul's his right hand. What Nero wants, Big Saul does. Then there's Caccino. He's a filthy monster. I've been with perverted men, but Caccino's done things to me that even other Omertas would also want to kill him if they knew what he does. He's broken so many of their rules that I don't know how he still breathes. He was an Omerta that fell in love with me. They don't ever mix with people outside the family, you know. He was planning to escape with me, but Caccino found out about us. So he did something, talked, I don't know. And Carlitos disappeared. Caccino doesn't give a shit about rules, only cares to feed his perversions. He lusted for me. He's done things to me. Look, I'm stuck here. I know that. Carlitos is the only thing that kept me going. And now I don't have anything left. If he's alive, he's long gone. The Omertas want him dead now. If you meet him anywhere, I'd do anything to get him back and escape this hell. Although I'm not keeping my hopes up. Hun, nobody's given me a free thing before. What's it going to be for you? Caps, sex, straps, what? What? Are you serious? Well, I'm not complaining, hon. Thanks so much for your help.
I hope my dad doesn't find out how much money those hookers cost me.
Sure, later.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, do you mind? I'm trying to drink myself to the ground right here. Scram. What did you say? I mean, Joanna sent you. Please, tell me, is she alright? When did you see her? What does she have to say? Then she has to know. I'm ready to help her escape once and for all. I'm even scared of Caccino and all those fuckers. Joanna and I are dead anyway if we don't get the hell out of here. What, you think I can just waltz in there and take her away? She's their doll now, okay? Besides, I step in Gomorrah and I'm as good as dead, you hear? You don't just leave the Emeritus unless it's in a body bag. Deal. Come back with news soon, you hear? Alright. About what do you want to know? You know, straightening up bets, Gomorrah, success, women, all that shiny stuff. Hey, you're smart. Okay, it was like finding diamonds in your vodka and showgirls under your card table. You want it, Gomorrah has it. It was heaven, until you find that all the glitter is made of broken dreams and all the praise hides a knife pointing at your ribs. Now, if you have to ask, you probably don't know shit about who you're dealing with, huh? Listen up. Watch out for Caccino, that's all I'm saying. It was heaven, until you find that all the... Alright, what do you want to know? If you're smart, the strip's all flash and noise. If not, luck's your dame, your hot date until you find she's a cheap whore high on jet. There's only one important player in town, and that's Mr. House. Everyone keeps clean around him. The families, the barons, fuck, even the NCR. My recommendation, get the fuck out of town while you can. They'll leave you hanging in the wind, or worse, add your body to a concrete wall, okay? Alright, about what do you want to know? This place has come a long way. Sarah takes care of it, and she lets me stay, for now. What doesn't she do, huh? Sarah makes this hole look like a palace. Damn nice pair of gams on her, too. She never walks outside, though. Because Mr. House ripped this place to shreds before filling it with concrete. Hey, I was untouchable once, but Mr. House is a god. You got that? Till next round.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gomorrah. Check your weapons with me. You'll get these back on your way out.
Bosses don't like no trouble in their place.
Hey there, gorgeous. I knew you'd be back soon enough. What? Have you seen him? Have you talked to him? Look, we can't talk here. If you think you can help me, follow me to my room, please. Okay. What's on your mind? Yes? Look, we... Okay, see you soon. Hey, what's up? Follow me, hun. Hey, what's up? Yes? It does? Wait, this changes everything. I can't leave my girls here. And where would we go even if we escape? No, it's too risky. We'll all end up dead. You sound so sure. Damn it all. You better not make me regret this later. But the Omertas will want us dead. What are we going to do about that? To be free, and with Carlitos again. Tell him that never mind. Let Carlitos know that we'll be ready when you are. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, see you soon.
Hot damn, do I love this place.
Seeing the sights?
Hey, it's you. What's the news? Hey, that's great. What's going on? She is? Listen, no time to waste. Help her get to Freeside. That's our ticket out of this fucking city. I'll meet you there between midnight and dawn. But we could use some backup. We only got one chance to get this right, you hear? These guys in Freeside, good shots, right? They owe me big time. Tell them that Carlitos is back to collect his chips. They'll know what to do. She'll have to go disguised. Gamora's packed around midnight, and the bouncers won't notice just another patron leaving the joint. I'll be near the entrance, but I need to keep out of sight. The Emeritus have contacts, and they're still looking for me. All right, see you soon.
You turned around?
Seeing the sights?
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
Too bad Hanlon is dead. It turns out he was trying to get the NCR out of the Mojave. Let me guess, you want to know my secret. How I got my beard to grow in so thick. Sorry, but I can't tell you that. Trade secret. Depends on why you're asking. I see. Well, you can count on Little Beard and me for an assist. Tell us where and when, and we'll be there. Let's just say it had something to do with the Beards, and leave it at that. The Beards will be there.
Just talk to Big Beard next to me, pal. Whoever's got the biggest whiskers does the talking.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gomorrah. Check your weapons with me. You'll get these back on your way out.
Did you hear about Hanlon? What a blow.
Hey, what's up? Follow me, hun. Hey, what's up? Yes? Okay, I got clothes I can use for that. When you give the word, I'll let the other girls know and we'll meet you at the lobby. Hey, what's up? I'm ready. Just give the word and we'll meet you at the lobby in an hour. Okay. See you soon.
I got kicked out of Ultra Lux the other day. Man, that...
Come on. People are looking at us. We're ready. Let's get the hell out of here before they recognize us. It's now or never. Let's go.
place gives me the fucking freaks.
Fiends are bad for business. NCR should do their fucking job.
You've made it. Thanks so much for your help. I owe you more than... Wait, what's that? Well, well, well. If it isn't our whore Joanna. And I don't believe this. Carlitos. We had you in the whore clock from the start, but we thought Carlitos would be long gone by now. He should have fled with the caps he stole from the family. We Omertas don't forget. And now's time to pay for your offenses. What mission? What are you talking about? Surrender? You don't seriously think that you can take on my crew, do you? Profit? What sort of profit do you have in mind that would compensate for your lives? Sorry, no deal. Our loyalty to the family is not for sale. Do you think us inferior men willing to sell their souls for scraps? Enough of this. Time to die! I don't know how we pulled this off. For a minute there, I thought we were not going to make it. Without you, we'd have been in the losing end. Thank you so much for your help, friend. I take care of my debts. How can I repay you, friend? Really? You're one of a kind. Okay, friend. I hope to see you again. Far away from this place.
You truly are something else. Those Omertas look like they were going to kill Carlitos on the spot. I have nothing to give you except my thanks. And, well, if I were you, I'd not mess around with the Omertas anymore. But listen to this. Cachino has said things that make me think there's a big and nasty operation in the works. Something about getting even with Mr. House. Just thought you'd like to know. Okay. I'm getting Carlitos as far away from here as possible. Hope to see you again. Bye.
You'll bleed.
Hey there. You looking to buy or sell? Can do. See ya.
Hello.
Welcome back. Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs? As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost. The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll. The quality of the gunrunners' armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped. Thank you. Was there something else? I understand. No hard feelings. But you will, of course, keep our conversation on the matter strictly confidential. Of course. Which one? Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Did you hear about Hanlon? What a blow.
Hey, what's up? Oh, you're buying. Cool. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy, kitty cat.
Whoa! Watch out!
Hello.
You're back. Do you need medical attention? Because you're a friend of the followers, I can give you a bit of a discount. You really ought to avoid using those kinds of chems, but I'll see what I can do. All right, sit still and let me work. You're back. Do you need medical attention? It'll be easy enough to purge all rads from your system. All right, this will only take a few minutes. Your injuries aren't too severe. I can patch the scrapes and lacerations pretty easily. All right. Take care.
Hungry?
Hey.
Thank you so much for freeing me.
Thank you. We never would have escaped without your help.
I can't ever thank you enough for saving me and mine. We're free now.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
Welcome back, friend. Good to hear. How much do you have to donate? Thanks. Anything else? Thanks for the donation. Every bit goes toward helping Freeside. Here is what we have available.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
Hello there.
Shove off. You're making my luck turn bad. Fuck no. No matter what that old bitch McLafferty says, my dad said I could be in charge of the New Vegas branch. Besides, I got into a little money trouble with the Omertas. If I quit the Crimson Caravan, how am I supposed to get the money to gamble? As if they'd even talk to you. You're nobody. I'm Henry fucking Jameson. I wanted to be where the action is, so I got my dad to pull some strings and get me a cushy position with the Crimson Caravan. Everything was great until McLafferty came along. That old bitch is gonna hear about it from my dad, just you wait. One of the families that runs the strip. They're a pack of cheaters, but you still don't want to fuck with them. I want my debt with the Omertas paid off. And I want one of those severance package things. A big one. Fine, whatever. Forget the severance. Just get the Omertas off my back and you can tell McLafferty she won't see my face again. Hello.
Hey.
Looking for trouble? Well, keep those eyes up and turning, or I'll set 'em spinning. Got no time for gawkers, or anyone looking for something I ain't selling. How about a drink? How about a couple is what you mean. Drinking to forget, and it's only getting me mad instead. Whiskey always gets my temper up, now more than ever. Drinking used to cause all sorts of trouble back west. Before I punched enough people, that is. And they learned to lay low when the whiskey hit. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm not from around here, and I'm not NCR. I run a caravan. Or did. Lost my caravan heading north. The driver burned to ash. And they didn't even take the cargo, they just burned that too. My guess is Legion. They're trying to cut NCR's supply line, and the Mojave outpost is proof. Got us locked up tighter than a New Vegas virgin. No caravans in, out, and just try arguing with Jackson about it. Roads aren't safe, he says. No shit, you washed out old fuck-up. I didn't need a Brotherhood scribe to tell me that. Sure am. Burned for the last time. And this time it's for good. Worse, it's not done kicking me. I'm still trapped here. Jackson won't let me head north. It's not safe. And even though my caravan's gone, my caravan papers are keeping me here. So if you came here for work, my advice? Go find the Crimson Caravan branch south of Vegas. They can help you out. What's on your mind? Whiskey and me are old friends. Keeps me going when times get rough. Like now. Got me into the caravan business, you know. Had to start transporting water instead of liquor, though. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles rattling on the back of the Brahmin. What's on your mind? If you're looking to sign on with the caravan? No. Traders are bottled up tight here. Caravan works up north. Check with the Crimson Caravan, maybe. Gunrunners might have work. Wouldn't know for sure, though. Still, if you got a gun, guts, and feeling like going on patrol, might be some of the soldiers around here have work for you. Jackson might have something for you if you haven't already spoken to that old buzzard. He was looking to try to get troops to clear the North Road. You can find him over in the other building. The one without a bar. I don't know. Seems to be a lot of attention on Nipton. Word is, one of the snipers in the nest on the roof spotted smoke from the east. Yeah, her name's Ghost or something. Fucking scary. Ooh. Guess it's 'cause you'll never see her till you're dead. NCR and their goddamn nicknames. As if Caesar himself's gonna piss and run if he hears them. Anyway, go on and head up top. Ask her what's going on if you haven't already. I don't much give a shit. What's on your mind? You're looking at it. It's a watering hole without much to brag about. It's like a Brahmin drive gone wrong. Supposed to be a gate north, but you come here, you get caught in the pen. Better to head back home. If you don't have a gun and a will, don't matter much what you do when you reach here, except stare at that fucking monument outside. Don't even tell me you missed it coming in. It's like NCR showing its dick to all the East. If the Republic put as much effort into protecting the East as they put into those two asinine giants outside, then they'd be worth that monument. Statues of two men shaking hands covered in blood. Don't seem to be nothing to brag about. I'm speaking figurative. Isn't any blood on their damn hands. Of course, when Caesar comes walking through here, there'll be blood for real. And after the blood dries in the sun, he'll melt that piece of jet-induced sculpture down and reshape it into a bull, which by my reckoning is making up for a deficiency of his. But no matter what the state of his pecker, he's sure giving the West a good fucking. One's a ranger, one's an NCR trooper, supposed to represent unification of West and East, or some such shit. As far as those two iron lovebirds go, they've got more spine you'll see in a year from the NCR government. What's on your mind? They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno. Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell. If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine. Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything. Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper.
Several unidentified aircraft were spotted flying over the RepCon test site by a local crackpot. He spoke to a toy...
You're obviously putting your money where your mouth is. On top of that offer letter, that is a lot of caps. Still, what makes you think that's enough? What, you think I'm cheap? All right, it's a deal. Hand over that paper. Ugh, can't believe I'm parting with it. All right. There you go, caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name. No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing. Go with you? And why the hell would I do that? The outpost lost its charm about 3 bottles ago. And that was just this morning. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in. Sure could use a drink. You are such an asshole sometimes. Look, maybe you were like this before I signed up with you. But if you keep acting this way, I'm not gonna stick around much longer. That's your excuse? Who you are comes from the choices you make when life gets tough. So if you're saying that life is dragging you down, I don't buy it. You better start changing your attitude, or I'm heading back west, you hear? All right then. Guess my last warning didn't sink in too well. Things don't change, and soon, I'm gone. Inside? Yeah, must be deep inside, all right. You need to be tougher. If you let the Mojave get you down, then you've given up on life. So straighten out. Stop being so shifty and downright mean, and see if that doesn't change your outlook. Ask him then. Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad. You know, like one of the tribes from the east. We got 'em out west, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard. Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more. Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying. Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it. Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect. Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's Out of the Divide can block off a pass in no time, so you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises. What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that. Ask him then. I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife, too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me. Ask him then. Not sure if I chose it or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago, and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it, but quiet, and when I'm not around. Yeah, on account of my name, and the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done. There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day. Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked. All right, then. Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy caravans. Check out the site where they died. Upside of Vegas, here, Tal. Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now. Got word back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it. Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much. Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes. Ask them then. Started? Took to it like a fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is. Well, of course I do. It's this slimy, scaled thing. Like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading, except it was made of pre-war plastic. He used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush. Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place, like the Mojave outpost. It was driving me crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So thanks for that. Yeah, west, east, and pass through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town. Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history. Ask them then. Well, I'm not one for soft living. Or soft men, let me tell you. I'm guessing neither are you. Well, don't let the soldiers drink too much, and I'd agree with you most time. Fucking whiskey dicks. My point before is that you know the Mojave, and it's a hard place. The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound. Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Omertas. The white gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though, you're taking a big risk. The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs. There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion. I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas, you could see it from the wall. NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse. Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men, and that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame. but I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do. Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on the Legion cross. Ask them then. NCR's my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave, just so you know. Yeah, there is. I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and his home away is a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time. They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name. So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try. Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the powder gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there. Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders. Ask them then. Much as anyone else. Cazador trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit of going there and dumping cash. Only the Strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for New Vegas when there's enough dump water bars in the Mojave to last me. Ask them then. Not much. And I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run New Vegas. He runs the robots. But, well, no one's really seen him. So if he wants to see you, well, that's a rare thing I wouldn't turn down. I'd ask him some hard questions if I were you. Ask him then. Don't have all the ingredients you need. Come back when you have them, and I'd be happy to get something cooking. All right, then. Never thought I'd pass the Vegas wall. Never seen so many lights in one place before. Ask him then. Don't have all the ingredients. All right then. Keeping quiet. Whoa, why are you leaning in all of a sudden? All right, I'll start brewing. Here you go. Go easy on it until you train yourself to choke back the urge to gag. After a few bottles and the vomiting, it ain't so bad. All right, then.
Hanlon was a brave soldier. What could have just...
Welcome back. Yes, I heard. I believe we're now responsible for paying off his gambling debts, but that you bargained him down from a more outrageous demand. Well done. I'm very pleased to be rid of that man. Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition, and this is one of those occasions. Something has actually come up. A prospector recently came through here and spent a lot of caps on supplies. Closer inspection of these caps has revealed them to be brand new. This is a problem. The most likely source of these new caps is the old sarsaparilla bottling plant. Go there, locate the bottle cap press, and disable it. What would you like to know? People have been counterfeiting bottle caps forever, but it's always been small scale. A bottle cap press is a whole other threat. We can't have anyone devaluing our currency by mass-producing new bottle caps. Certainly. Bottle caps do wear out or get damaged. Some people even insist on using bottle caps in explosive devices for some reason. We make it a point to scour pre-war bottling plants and recover or disable the bottle cap presses. Seems we missed one. Lots of little things. The paint on the label, the machining, the type of metal it's made from. I know there's counterfeit caps floating around, of course. Fortunately, they're very time-consuming to make, so the numbers are small. All right. Is there anything else I can do for you? It's been a pleasure.
Watch out!
Down. On the lottery. Got him spotted. Got him.
This is hopeless. Damn.
Keeping quiet.
if you have more important things to do than talk to old Festus, say goodbye. New in town, partner? Well, let old Festus give you the lay of the land. If you're here to redeem your Sunset Sarsaparilla stars, dump them into the slot in the barrel below and I'll count them up. If you don't know what Sunset Sarsaparilla stars are and think old Festus is just shooting his mouth off, say star info. If you're here to challenge old Festus to a game of lucky horseshoes, say I feel lucky. Lastly, if you're here about the health advisory that aired on Channel 6 recently, say silly old advisory. New to the hunt, are you? Well, listen carefully, as old Festus don't like to repeat himself. Select Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles will have special caps with blue stars on them. These caps are known as Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Why are these stars there, and what do they mean? Nobody knows, except maybe old Festus. Rustle up enough of them and you can win a prize. So get out there and start drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the headquarters of the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company. Wrangle up a stool. If you and old Festus are on, or if you have... I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Could you repeat it? I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Could you repeat it? While Sunset Sarsaparilla is perfectly safe, a recent independent study, whose validity is currently being challenged, revealed the following. Excessive ingestion of sarsaparilla can lead to deleterious effects, including, but not limited to, kidney damage, nausea, digital numbness, anxiety, loss of visual acuity, dizziness, occasional nosebleeds, joint inflammation, tooth decay, sore throat, bronchitis, organ rupture, and halitosis. Note that you'd have to drink a heap of Sunset Sarsaparilla to match the quantities used in the study. How much, you ask? A lot. A whole hell of a lot. In fact, you'd have to get full as a tick on Sunset Sarsaparilla to even come close. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, partner, and keep drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the headquarters. If you an old... Or, if you... If this is your first rodeo with the old horseshoes, say, how do I play? Otherwise, say, lucky horseshoes to begin. Lucky horseshoes is played with cards numbered 2 through 10 and aces, which have a value of 1. You and old Festus will take turns drawing cards. Each time we draw a card, we add it to our total, trying to hit the magic number of 21. If either of us draws a card that brings our total up to the same number as the other, it pushes the other player's total up 1. When this happens, it's called Lucky Horseshoes. Old Festus thought of the name himself, I'll have you know. When one of us is closer to 21 and the other can't get any closer, either by going over or because he or she held, the closer player wins. Old Festus likes the game because there are no ties in Lucky Horseshoes. If someone's sitting pretty on 21, Lady Luck can still bump them off. But enough jawing. By now, you're as eager as I am to get tossing. If this is your... Alright, let's play, partner. Press the blue button to draw a card, the red button to hold, or the yellow button to quit. like you got an 8, partner. Old Festus must be getting old. You're leaving me in the dust. Old Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 4, partner. Tarnation. Old Festus has seen 3-legged cattle move faster than this hand. Your turn, partner. Draw, hold, or quit. Okay, partner. Guess it's up to me to catch up. Old Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 3, partner. Drat. Old Festus needs more than that to catch you. You're holding, so old Festus will just go again. Old Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 5, partner. Lucky horseshoes. I just nudged your total up 1, partner. No hard feelings, right? You're holding, so old Festus will just go again. Old Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 9, partner. Yeah, looks like you win, partner. Old Festus just couldn't match those keen skills of yours. Here's your reward. If you'd like to play again, say, play again. If you're done humiliating poor old Festus in his own game, say, I'm done. That's too bad. Old Festus was looking forward to a good tussle. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the headquarters of the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company. Wrangle up a stool and listen to old Festus jaw a while. If you and old... Or... Woohoo! You did it, partner. Bullet for you. Old Festus knew you could do it. I suppose you'll be wanting that prize now. Well then, hold on to your hat, 'cause it's a doozy. Not many people have heard the true story behind Sunset Sarsaparilla. Well, it's a right honor. And now, without further ado, your prize. The Legend of the Star. Long ago, people didn't have a heap of choices when it came to soft drinks. It was either water or Nuka-Cola. Now, the threat of legal action forces me to say that Nuka-Cola is a swell beverage, but sometimes people just wanted something different, you know? So one day, a man, a saloon owner in a small town, decided to make a new type of soft drink and asked his patrons what flavor they'd like it to be. After getting no help from them, a stranger at the end of the bar suggested the man make a sarsaparilla-flavored drink. The stranger said he would happily share his family's recipe for the drink on one condition. The condition being that the stranger would be allowed to sample a bottle whenever he liked to ensure the recipe was being followed to the letter. The man happily agreed, thinking the drink would make him rich, and the stranger promised to meet him by sundown the next day. The next morning, the sheriff stopped by and reported that the stranger's body was found on the side of the town road. He'd been killed by bandits. The man, cursing his luck, closed the saloon early that day, just as the sun began to set. But after he'd locked the doors, he turned around to find an unfamiliar bottle on the bar with a note beneath it. The note was sealed with blue wax in the shape of a star. Opening it, the man found it contained a recipe for a sarsaparilla-flavored drink. Sampling the bottle's contents and finding it singularly delicious, the man gave silent thanks to his mysterious benefactor, wherever he was. Being an honorable man, the saloon owner paid for the stranger's funeral, thinking it was the least he could do to repay him. The saloon owner went on to become rich selling the new drink, and to this day, some bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla have a blue star under their caps. Some say the saloon owner ordered it done in honor of the stranger. Others say it's the stranger sampling the bottles like he promised. And that's the legend of the store. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you continue enjoying Sunset Sarsaparilla. The Sunset Sarsaparilla Company has received a number of complaints regarding the prize awarded for handing in Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Therefore, we have seen fit to provide another prize that we feel will placate the most discriminating customer. Just head through the double doors and follow the hallway to your left to the very end. An attendant will be there to present your prize directly. We at the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company would once again like to thank you for your patronage.
Scanning for hostiles. This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol. Identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear. This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
Anything moves, it's gonna
This
get
area
it.
clear. Search protocol.
Anything moves, it's gonna get it. Not even... Don't mind trailblazing as long as we got the ammo. And whiskey. holding my breath.
Scanning for hostiles.
Not worth our time. Don't need this right now.
Multiple failures detected.
Hey there. You looking to buy or sell? Can do. See ya.
Hanlon was a brave soldier. What could have driven him to despair?
Welcome back. Good. I'm sure you were thorough. Here's your payment for a job well done. It's been a pleasure.
God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant burned. So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp. No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? Maybe they wanted the caravan to come to them, walk into an ambush. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours. Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me. You know what? What happened in my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake, and that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too. Yeah, it's a ways though. Hell of a detour. You sure? All right then, let's move out. More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood-level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage. What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere. Yeah. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know. All right then, let's move out. Another caravan burned, except someone made camp here, and I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks. That does it. That's all I need to know. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts. Don't care much for which one we kill first. Whether settling accounts with McLafferty or making that bitch Gloria eat her hair. The Van Graffs are gonna be tougher, so we'll likely get killed there. If we go to the Crimson Caravan camp, we'll just need a lot of bullets. Still, we give the Van Graffs the what for. That means all those guns they used on my caravan, we can take and use on the Crimson Caravan. All right then. Staying low. And that's it for the Crimson Caravan. Now, on to settle accounts with Gloria Van Graff. Putting her down would suit me just fine. Might be a little tougher than the Crimson Caravan. Van Graffs are like a nest of rattlers. And the guns they've got are Brotherhood caliber. Music to my ears. Let's deal.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. This should only take a moment. There, I've stowed all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
Let's see what you got.
Hello.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you? Of course.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line... Not at all. There are chief competitors in this region and many others. That makes them our enemies. While I respect their business acumen, I'm obligated to try to destroy them however I can. That's business, after all. Very little, same as everyone else. We attempted to deal with him when we first moved into the area, but had no luck. He must have his own weapons supplies to keep as many laser-armed robots operational as he does. Makes me wonder where they are. I've only heard rumors, since this is the furthest east our operations go, but the rumors are pretty scary. They're said to be a huge slaver nation, with all the soldiers obeying their lord with unquestioning obedience. Sounds like a man I'd like to meet. Look around, and you'll notice two things. First, we don't lack for security. I'm not worried about anyone breaking in here or stealing our goods. Not that we don't occasionally have attempts, but even those prove useful. Do you know how much target dummies cost? Back to my point. The second thing you'll notice is that we do not sell cheap merchandise. Everything here is second to none. People who buy Van Graff goods typically don't care where they have to go to get them. This place is certainly lively, that's for sure. Did you want to know something specific about it? Ah, the rulers of Freeside. The Kings are a bunch of boys who refuse to grow up, and this is their playground. Their leader seems different, though. The few times I've dealt with him, I've been impressed, despite myself. Unfortunately, he rarely acts. The Kings believe that everyone in Freeside can do whatever they want, provided they can back it up with force. Which suits us just fine. When we first arrived in Freeside, the Kings protested when we kicked out the original occupant of this establishment. When we reduced several of their members to glowing puddles of goo, their objections vanished. Since then, we've left each other alone. I don't really have much to do with them. They seem to have an aversion to weapons technology, and those who possess a great deal of it. Their loss, really. Well, you probably noticed the Atomic Wrangler across the street. That's pretty much the place to go around here. They make it a little loud around here at night, but the business their proximity brings more than makes up for it. Other than them, you're better off skipping Freeside entirely and just heading to the Strip. Suits me. What did you have in mind? Oh, there's not much to tell. I was born into a big family and don't get along with my parents. So here I am, as far away from them as possible. You must not know a lot about my family, or you wouldn't have asked that. The Van Graffs and the NCR have been enemies for decades. They've tried to block our expansion for years, but we've managed to grow regardless. The problem is, they have too. The NCR is huge now. We're talking on a scale that's difficult to imagine. Time was, we could fight them and hold our own. Not so anymore. My family has enough men and guns to field a small army, but the NCR can field a really, really big army. Fighting them is out of the question now. Yes, it is. My brother and I run this particular branch, but our family has operations all over, particularly in California. It just so happens a position opened up recently. We currently need another body to guard the entrance outside. Think you can handle that? Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
Hey.
Welcome to the Sylv... Aw, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard. You can always tell a rookie. You look too eager. Give the job a few hours, and the shine will come right off. You'll be covering the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out. Good. Look around and get a feel for where customers and risks can enter and exit the area while I get your gear ready. Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor, with a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference, laser or plasma? Nothing wrong with going plasma. Just make sure you hit what you're aiming at. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just insulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice, but they're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. Who knows? You might attract a high roller from the Wrangler over there and never have to pull a gig like this again. Settle in. You've got some hours left before your shift ends. Here comes a winner. I'll let you handle this one.
Hi there. Is this where I can pick up a laser gun? Sounds like a stupid policy to me.
Good. Stick to the rules. Another one coming. You're on.
Hi. I was, in the area and thought I'd stop by to look at your weapons. Can I go in? Fine by me.
Heads up. Looks like we got another customer.
Howdy. I just done broke the bank over at the Wrangler there and thought I might peruse your fine wares. Maybe lighten my purse a little? Now hold on here. I'm not packing any heat. Ain't my word good enough for you? I just don't see why it's necessary. Now, are you gonna let me in or not? Huh, that's better.
We're supposed to pat everyone down. Didn't you hear that part of my instructions? Looks like that guy's headed this way. Don't screw it up.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in? Thanks, I've come a long way.
Were you even listening when I said what you're supposed to do? Oh, shit.
holding my breath. Just trim the Van Graff family tree. I think Freeside'll breathe a little easier now. Payback's a bitch, ladies. And between Gloria and Alice, that settles accounts as far as I'm concerned. Hope they're in hell right now, blinking, trying to figure out where they fucked up. Don't have to tell me twice. Feel more alive than I ever have.
They're all dead. Guy must have had some kind of explosive on him. Set off all the ordnance in this place at once. Congratulations, rookie. You just cost me my job. Don't think I don't appreciate it.
Let's see what you got. Carrying too much shit to move. Need to lighten my load.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
Let's deal.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's. We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's. We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Whoa, why are you leaning in all of a sudden? If you're sure, your loss. Can't say I couldn't use a break from you for a while. I'll get out of your hair then.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's Legion taught here, especially any NCR troops you run across. Where to begin? That they are weak and we are strong? This much was known already. But the depths of their moral sickness, their dissolution, Nipton serves as the perfect object lesson. Nipton was a wicked place, debased and corrupt. It served all comers, so long as they paid. Profligate troops, powder gangers, men of the Legion, such as myself. The people here didn't care. It was a town of whores. For a pittance, the town agreed to lead those it had sheltered into a trap. Only when I sprang it did they realize they were caught inside it too. Yes, and herded them to the center of town. I told them their sins, the foremost being disloyalty. I told them that when legionaries are disloyal, some are punished, the others made to watch. And I announced the lottery. Each clutched his ticket, hoping it would set him free. Each did nothing, even when loved ones were dragged away to be killed. It has a stark beauty, doesn't it? I'm glad you can appreciate it. Now go, and teach them what you learned here. There will be more lessons in the days ahead.
Aha!
Hang on there, traveler. You'll want to steer clear of this place. The whole town's irradiated to high hell. I was stationed at Camp Searchlight before the incident. I've since taken it upon myself to keep travelers away from the area. None that aren't feral ghouls. Those poor bastards. I can't imagine how they must be suffering. I'd like to put them out of their misery, but I don't have the heart to do it. Can you do me a favor? I want you to put down the troopers that changed, turned into ghouls. Those boys aren't themselves anymore. They're in pain, and you don't let good men suffer like that. Those troopers deserve a clean death. Thank you. Could you bring me their dog tags? Some of the troopers should still be wearing them. I'll give you some caps for each one you bring back to me. There's an old rifle in it for you if you can bring me at least 10. Oh, and take these radiation supplies. You'll need them.
Whoa!
Are you coming with the dog tags? Better get back to it then. I don't want those poor soldiers suffering for longer than they have to. The Rangers at Echo have been keeping an eye on that place. It's relatively new, but those bastards have already dug in. They appear to be running a slave trading operation, and it also seems to be one of the primary crossing points for Legion raiding parties. If you could scout out the camp, bring back any intel on troop movement or plans for future raids, the Rangers could put that information to good use. And also, if you're any good at covert ops, I would love to get a bug planted on their radio. So far, we've been unable to crack their encryption. Good to hear. This is the bug you'll need for the radio. Report back if you pick up any intel, or manage to sneak the bug into their radio. I was stationed. I've since taken... Some legionaries snuck into the camp and set off some kind of radiation bomb. I don't know where they got it, but it was damn effective. Killed almost everyone and turned the rest into ghouls.
I was out on patrol at the time, so I wasn't in the camp when it happened. There were a few others with me after it happened, including some of my superiors. Between radiation poisoning and attacks by the Legion, they all died out. I don't know, unfortunately. There may be clues somewhere inside the camp, but I'm not about to run in there to find out. Sure. Head north toward Novak. Look for a big dinosaur. Can't miss it. The whole area is irradiated and filled with mutated creatures. Mostly ghouls, and a handful of radscorps. I think some geckos moved in not too long ago. They seem to stick mostly to the south end of the camp. Head north, because it's a far safer place to be than here. Ma'am?
Watch out!
Watch out!
Hello? You taught Soeros well. Soon I'll wear a necklace of profligates' toes, blown off by their own minds. Ha! The things the profligates will build to spy on us like cowards with little machines. Find that officer and give him this old map of our patrol routes. The profligates will try to set up ambushes, and we'll be waiting for them. Wale.
Coming from the north? Must be crazy to brave those roads. Outpost. Mojave Outpost. Watching a lot of nothing feels like a big Brahmin pen for caravans. They've been stopped for a while, waiting for the roads north to clear. Or their clearance papers to go through. Looks like you've walked away, so if you need to shake the dust off, head to the barracks at the bars there. Not much, but better than nothing. Nothing I know of. But if you've come from the north, means you can travel freer than most around here. Might check the barracks, someone might need you to hoof it somewhere. Just be careful you go up on the roof. Got a sniper watching the road. If your gear's in need of repair, HQ's also worth checking out. Talk to Major Knight, he can help. Provided you got a pen and plenty of ink. Those two? Represents unification. Mostly good for shade. Won't do much else when the Legion reaches us. What? There's no way. We're miles from the Colorado. They aren't even waiting for the dam to fall. They're already inside the borders. We'll never stop them. Not at this rate. We're doomed. Thanks for bringing the word. Even if the news is bad, I'll let the men know. Watch yourself.
How are you coming with the dog tags? Better get back to it then. Let's hear it. This is more than I could have hoped for. It almost seems too good to be true, but the details are all here. Looks like they're planning to shift their raids north of Vegas. I'll shift some of the Rangers and NCR patrols in that direction when they're free. Here's some caps for your trouble. You've done us a great service. Ma'am?
Hey.
You did well to give Kenturi and Aurelius the profligate's listening machine. We'll butcher the troops they send to ambush our patrols. If they're more powerful than the profligate's landmines, by all means, show me how. Tin cans, gunpowder, scrap metal, and duct tape? We won't have any trouble finding those ingredients. Wale,